Hello everyone, today we are looking at a small, but revealing interview detail from The Judge from Hell, because sometimes one sentence from an actor explains more than a long promotional campaign. While discussing the drama, Park Shin-hye said that for her, crying was not the difficult part was stopping herself from crying. That detail matters because it cuts directly into the central transformation of her performance as Kdrama, a demon-linked judge, who could not be played with the open emotional vulnerability that audiences had long associated with Park Shin-hye. For years, one of Park Shin-hye's strengths was her ability to make emotional pain accessible. Whether in melodrama, romance, or healing drama, she often excelled at allowing viewers to understand a character's suffering quickly and directly. But Kdrama required almost the opposite technique. The character needed to be sharp, amused, judgmental, cruel, stylish, and frequently unreadable. If Park Shin-hye allowed too much softness into the performance too early, the demonic premise would collapse. If she played the character as only cold, the lovable wicked quality that producers emphasized would disappear. This is why the role felt so refreshing to many fans. They were not merely watching Park Shin-hye wear darker costumes or deliver harsher dialogue. They were watching her fight against her own established emotional grammar. The performance became interesting because it created friction between the actress viewers remembered and the character standing in front of them. That friction is extremely useful in star casting. The audience brings expectations into the room, and the actor wins by violating them in a controlled way. Kdrama worked because Park Shin-hye did not erase her warmth completely. She buried it under arrogance, humor, and violent certainty, allowing small flashes of feeling to become more meaningful when they appeared. The production framing also supports this reading. Media coverage repeatedly emphasized that this was a departure from her typical sweet image, and one of her first strongly villainous, or anti-heroic turns, meaning the drama was selling transformation as part of the viewing experience. The audience was invited to ask not only what Kdrama would do to criminals, but what Park Shin-hye would do with a role that refused to let her behave like the Park Shin-hye people thought they already knew. That is why The Judge from Hell should not be dismissed as just a flashy fantasy series. For Park Shin-hye, it was an acting exercise in emotional denial, holding back tears, holding back sympathy, holding back the instinct to make the character immediately lovable. And maybe that is exactly why fans responded so strongly. They did not just see a demon judge. They saw an actress deliberately breaking one of her own most familiar tools, then building a new screen identity from the restraint.